reviews of recent Poker Go footage. One was the 25K 10-game championship this spring, and also an older stream, Dolly's game, 1K 2K cash game. That was a lot of fun. So yeah, bankrolls.com to check those out.
Check those out and run it once.
So if one guy hypothetically,
all right, let's watch this hand. There's a lot of hands going on here. So Dr. H raising. Looks like Nick limped ahead of him.
just owe him 1100.
Turbo's in with 10-8 suited.
11 hands.
Jared, a hand that doesn't really go too well multi-way, but he's going to try. Respect it.
Yeah.
And Nick's going to be in some capacity here. Probably with the call, I would imagine. But not a bad spot for him to just back jam with his stack, honestly. But
what's he starting with 5,000?
Call is the more standard option, I would say. Yeah, I mean, it's about 1,000 in the pot. It's not ripping the 5 is real. But
Turbo all flops, everybody.
Yeah, Dr. H with 2 overcards and the King of Spades.
Who else is drinking? Me,
Not a bad spot to continue as the pre-flop raiser.
Yeah. 5? You guys first. I'll get the first one too. Okay.
Goes pretty big. Yeah, 900, about 3/4 pot here. Very large bet for a 4-way pot.
What would you do in Turbo's spot? It's just call, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just a call. It's already not super comfortable, but the 8 interacts some too. Oh, that's a nice card. Yeah, I think our hand's just too good to ever consider folding on the flop, but 3/4 pot into 3 opponents is pretty scary, though. Dr. H is undeterred.
Fire again.
Yeah, again, there are stand-up game considerations too, so a lot of incentive to try to just win pots. Turbo, the slick little recheck.
Just gonna smooth call here. Oh no.
He goes for the very small raise, like barely over a min raise. Interesting play. Kind of cool. I mean, especially if he thinks Dr. H has both like air and also some thin value bets.
With that turn bet, what do you think Dr. H is repping?
I mean, traditionally it would be more of a trips plus, I'd say, given this action, but I could see him specifically also just going for it with like overpairs for value sometimes.
That's what I thought, yeah.
So yeah, I mean, those are the hands that Turbo really wants to raise against. And wow, he's pretty much. Dr. H has raised back. Wow.
He's played with Turbo before, but he's not going to get away with it here.
I don't think so. I mean, so Turbo at this point does not beat any value. That said, he does have trips. He has outs against better value.
He's not.
And yeah, Dr. H can just have stuff that is not value. Yeah.
He's gonna. There's Dr. H's
that is
face.
The face of defeat.
Because I'm pretty much.
Look what you did. I like it. 50 to 53.
Yeah, so Turbo's like tiny check raise there works out to perfection. Induces a lot of money being put in the pot dead by Dr. H here.
Let me see. Yeah, why don't you wait a second?
Dr. H is to save a face a little bit here.
Could he have 9-8 of spades one time? Dr. H is thinking. I mean, if Turbo did have like a combo draw or something, it would be pretty sick. Good.
His thinking is he's going dead or not.
You color me. God
that little sigh.
He's getting a very good price. If there's like any chance that Turbo just has a draw, like.
Right now I can pay.
Well, it's off to a good start.
Thank you. Can you pour for us? Yeah. Oh shit! It's too late.
Turbo forgot to show his hand for the game.
Did he?
It's not Dr. H no more. It's Chairman H.
Chairman H. All of a sudden became. Whoa, Mr. Chairman! Oh my God! Hey. He said, this game's a easy. Every time I just go 500, I get $1.
And C5 called it. C4 folded. C5 called 50 and Dr.
He's gonna try to beat his record of 4s. Gotta get at least 5 this time.
7,
Button
8,
monster.
9 folded.
Button.
Because he went down. C1 call, C2, C3.
Dr. H pumping it with the 9-8 suited. Turbo's in. Heads up.
How you doing, Doctor? How confident you are now? Good?
Yeah, it's fine. Depends on the car.
And both players flop something. Turbo with top pair. Dr. H with second pair.
I just don't want to miss a hand.
No, they'll deal you in.
350.
Dr. H continues for a small sizing. Quick call from Turbo.
Win.
Queen of diamonds.
Oh, when you win, you bet.
Potential.
Oh, you got.
Well,
at least it didn't go in pre.
could potentially kill some action, but not. Dr. H is undeterred.
He just felt like he had a big one.
No.
Could have gone.
Pretty big bet size.
Wouldn't have been.
About 2/3.
Wouldn't have been out of the question to get it.
Turbo seems to have just enough that it's just going to be a call here. River can get interesting. Well, yeah, they both make a straight on that card. That's not good for Dr. H.
6 check.
How much does Turbo want to bet? What would Turbo's bluffs be in this spot? Hard to say.
Good question.
Like,
Yeah, I don't know.
like bottom two pair, like 10-9 or something. It's
Cocktails, or they just.
hard to find a natural bluff.
Yeah,
Ace Jack.
Order another bottle of wine for us.
that's a Padoogie on the
Yeah, one of
turn.
those interesting spots where it's hard to find the bluffs, but
Can I have a waitress, please?
Turbo does not have to worry about that, and he goes for 3/4 pot. Yeah, it's a rough spot with Dr. H because, like I was just saying, it's a hard spot to find bluffs. That's the Turbo spot, really, given the way the hands played out. Yeah, I would think really, something like Ace Jack or 10-9 are like the best I could do in terms of thinking about what to bluff with.
Right.
Turbo.
Does get paid. Nice hand, Turbo. Maybe like a Jack 7 suited if he's ever in there.
Yeah.
Monster.
Do some
We
clubs.
start with 11 buttons.
Flops
And then
like ace 7 3 1
it
club.
ends when the 11 buttons
Check.
are gone.
Fill out
if
C
one
bets.
guy just wins 11
Call.
buttons, then
I call.
everyone would pay that guy
Turn
1100.
brick. River.
If two guys win
brick.
5 each, then everyone
And I
would pay
bet
them
one chip.
500 each.
One $20 chip.
There could be, so there could be.
Or sorry,
multiple
Phil Lock was
losers.
last act because the other guy folded.
A little bit
So he must have folded on flop. I just called him flop.
You can win
I bet one
if you
chip.
win like 5 hands or
Phil
whatever.
Lock goes, wow.
What if you
He spreads out the pot,
If you want all
and he's
11,
like,
the
wow,
8 guys would
that's a
all
lot
be
of tanks of
1100
gas.
You got 10,000.
Because he mentioned tanks of gas earlier today. And then he flips over king, queen high.
Everything was right. Because he just got.
And he's like, should I pay him off? One $20 chip in the pot's obviously he's getting like a bajillion to 1.
Steve got paid.
Enough push draw for
Harry
Nick.
can get qualified. That's it.
Yeah, three-way 3-bet pot here. Phil Lock involved in this one with Ace King.
But that's fine.
Yeah, but we don't want to make him sit out for like.
We want Harry in anyways for that EV that he's.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I paid the EV for it.
The fish EV.
Right, you agree, right?
Yeah, Phil is making a bet at this flop.
Might get Rick to fold.
1,000%.
Right.
Maybe.
1,000%.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like he wants to fold.
You don't say.
Definitely doesn't want to fold, but
Oh, he looks, is it raised?
wow.
3,000.
Wow, Rick
Yeah.
is
Streets.
bringing some aggression to the table today.
Trying to lose
Streets.
it before 70-30, all of it. That's the mission.
No.
No, I'm thinking out loud. Sorry.
When does they play till 8 o'clock?
7. You guys start at 2? What time did you guys start?
Start at
And now
215.
2:15.
Yeah, Phil is out,
7:50.
and
Yeah, 750.
Nick
Another 2 hours.
calls with the flush draw. Interesting turn spot here.
I mean, nothing wrong with
Oh, Rick just drills the boat.
I'm
Wow,
done at 8 next.
that's pretty sick.
So why don't we play till 8?
All right, now's the time to go, 1,500 or something.
Traffic too. I gotta go all the way to
I'll
Tarzana.
play at 8.
Right now, it's like 3 o'clock.
Now it's correct.
Chips,
5.
please.
Oh,
Yep, two. Love it. That's probably good enough to get peeled here.
yeah.
Does look potentially suspiciously strong, but yeah, I mean,
5 hours. So it's a 750.
220, so it'd be like 720 or
So
Keeps 'em
basically,
in.
Harry suggests we pay
Till 8.
another.
Rick now.
can play till 8.
No cooler card.
If you guys are cool.
Yep. Oh, wow,
great.
you might do. Oh, nah, couldn't snap check.
Still excellent play by Rick.
Yeah, he gave him the opportunity to bluff it off.
Harry, you're not the only one with bags of fucking cash, all right?